everyone, it's Kelly from Mazda Gurus.
And it's Tom from Mazda Gurus.
Here he is.
Hello.
We are in the Mazda 3 GT Sport Tech.
The last one.
The last one
Tip
in the
top
range.
of the range.
That, you know, we may have done a little cheek because it's exactly the same car for the GT, but, you know, there are just some different extras we're going to run you through. So, really, this is your final car in the range to consider, and it doesn't look any different from the outside. Everything's the same. Sport Lux, GT Sport Tech all look the same.
They do.
No differences from the outside. Now we're getting into the nitty-gritty in the inside. So, the Tech, in the past, Mazda used to have a safety pack.
They did.
Which was the only pack you could have as an option at factory. They have stopped that now and put it into a model, which I kind of prefer in a way.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure how I felt about it in the beginning, but now I do.
It is literally just safety stuff on this.
But yeah, so the
spec.
Tech is like a tech pack, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like a safety tech pack. So we're going to start with the first thing that you get is a reversing camera. So, sorry, a 360.
360 degree view
Camera.
monitor, as they say.
Oh, is that what they say?
The view
Oh,
monitor,
nice.
yeah.
So in the other cars from the SEL Lux upwards, you would have this as the camera, as we've done on other videos, and then this shows you your sensors. Your hand looks massive.
I've got a big hand.
All right. So this now is the 360 view monitor. So how does it work, Tom?
Well, first of all, it takes a little bit of getting used to because it is effectively a bird's eye view of your car. This is what, if you were above your car looking down, this is what you'd see. So it is a bit strange at first, but once you get used to it, it does help you wiggle into tight parking spots, or if you did happen to, I don't know, if you went off-roading, Cal, I don't know what you do in your spare time, across those fields, then it could help you avoid rocks and various debris. But you have a front-facing camera located just above the Mazda badge. You have obviously the rear-facing camera, does use the rear reversing camera, and then the two side cameras. That's useful to demonstrate.
That's our rear cross traffic alert.
Come on to that in one sec. And then your two cameras are underneath your wing mirrors as well to give you the side view. So yeah, just good if you want to.
Can you show us the other view? If you press the view
Oh
button.
yeah, you can cycle the cameras.
So that
As
was the no, that is the
That's
reverse
reversing
view.
one. Hold on, it's not changing. Why isn't it changing, Cal?
I don't know.
That's very
Maybe you have to
strange.
be out of review.
You have to have the handbrake off.
No, I think you have to be out of reverse.
Hey.
Right, press view. There you go.
See, you do know what you're on about.
I know.
There you go.
Sometimes. So these are all the different views. So when you're not in reverse, it will show you like just the sides. That's back to the normal. So it shows you that's the front view. That's the front
view again.
That's the side view.
It's because I'm in park and not in reverse.
Yeah.
You can cycle them.
But it is. Like, I think it's handy to know that they do that.
Yeah.
So yeah. So the camera, like that, is one of the strongest reasons people do take the pack. Which works out quite well. So just people do like that. But you also get driver attention alert, which we can't really show you, but it's the car will monitor you just to make sure that you are.
It's
You're okay.
fatigueness,
Yeah,
isn't it? I
it'll
believe
let
it's something
you
to
know
do with this
if
little
you're-
camera here. I think this.
Is it?
I think that is it. I think this is positioned.
Please feel free to tell us we're not right. Like that does happen.
Because it doesn't monitor your eye
Eyes,
movements,
yeah.
and if it thinks your eyes are closing too much, then it pops up messages on the dashboard to
I
tell you
get
to take
that
a
lot.
break.
Like,
I get
they're
it.
always telling me I'm tired. I'm like, all right, I've just got that kind of face.
Makeup can't cure that.
The other things are right now. So I'm going to tell you about this. So the next one, excuse my finger.
It's
See,
this button
like
here,
that.
isn't it?
Yeah. See, you have nice fingers, mine.
It's very long.
Right. So this is cruising traffic support. This is used now. I have only learned the ins and outs of this recently because a very lovely viewer pointed out that my cruising traffic support video was wrong. I know, but I'll take that. I was wrong. So
Telling your guru that she's wrong.
I know.
He's got.
It was brave, but he was right. So basically, cruising traffic support was created. We have got the cars are lucky enough to have radar cruise control, and that must be on when this is on.
Okay, which is set with this button here, don't you?
But Mazda believe, or there have been studies to show, that you're most alert when you're driving at like 70 miles an hour. If we all drive at 70, what a wonderful world that would be. But as you decrease in speed, your alertness fades, and actually between 15 to 35 miles is where you are almost more at risk of a bump or not concentrating or swaying out of lane. Surprisingly, I didn't realise this. Cruising traffic support, your cruise control has to be on over 40 miles an hour.
Okay, so you have to press this and set it as you would normally.
And then when you press the middle one, you get a little steering wheel, so that same sign.
Tiny steering wheel.
Yeah, you hold that. And the steering wheel sign, you get that in your heads-up display and on the dash in front of you. That is white. When it engages, it has to register a car in front of you in the 2 lines either side, and it will engage between those speeds. When it does that, it then controls the steering wheel. It still wants your hand to be on the steering wheel, and it will tell you off if you take it off, but it will literally keep you in the centre of the lane.
So is this like autopilot, Kelly?
A little bit. It will be the way it goes, but you still have to drive, but it's just making sure, it's almost adding to your concentration level, like it's keeping you where you should be. I am going to do another video on it because my video has been deleted now because it wasn't right, and we are going to do another video, so we will go into that in more detail, but that is one of the big things in cruising traffic support. If you do quite a few miles, then it must be super handy to have. The other thing, so the thing that kicked off in the video when a car went past was the rear cross traffic alert. Please don't put me in. I am not camera ready.
Always behind the camera.
So are you going to tell us about that?
The rear cross traffic alert, yes, which you would have seen earlier from when we had this, if you notice that Mazda behind us, it was just moving. So rear cross traffic alert, I think is quite cool. So I think it uses the camera and the parking sensors to detect movement behind you. So if we were to put our car into reverse, if we were in a parking space and start reversing out, if there was traffic moving behind us or pedestrians as well, the car will make a bleeping noise at you to tell you not to pull out, and I think if you keep going, it will actually do an emergency stop for you and hopefully save you from hitting someone or something. It also links with the next feature that you get called Rear Smart City Brake Support. So as many of our Mazda customers may or may not know, you have a system called Smart City Brake Support, which is for when you're driving forwards. What that system will do is perform an emergency stop for you if it feels that you're not applying the brakes hard enough up to 29 miles an hour.
It has saved me from 2 accidents.
It has, it's very good. Very good.
good.
This GT Sport Tech model will give you the rear version of that as well. So again, if you're pulling out of a space, or if you're in reverse and you're heading towards, I don't know, your garage or something, and you're not hitting that brake enough, it will engage for you and it will do an emergency stop for you. Safety.
It is very good. So let's recap. 360 camera.
Yep. Cruising traffic support.
Yep.
Rear cross traffic alert.
Yeah.
And rear smart city brake support.
Yeah.
There is one other.
It was the rear cross, the smart support. It will brake when it finds something to the side as well as something just behind you.
Cool.
So they're all much of a muchness, but basically if the car thinks you're going to hit something backwards or forwards, it's going to stop you. And front cross traffic alert.
That was it, front cross traffic alert, which is exactly the same as the rear one that I've just explained, but on the front.
Yeah.
Which actually mine keeps going off when I'm at a roundabout and I'm just about to pull off. If a car's still coming round the roundabout, it will beep at me, tell me not to go.
So if you do a lot of miles or you're super,
safety conscious,
yeah,
let's say.
not that people aren't, but I do think people have a lot of, do love to have those features on a car. For what you pay for the Mazda 3 at the top end, you're getting a massive amount of car for less than some of our competitors. For some of our competitors, much less. So it is massive value for money, but a lot of those features are super important to people. Am I right? And I might be wrong. Often.
Go on, try me.
GT Sport and GT Sport Tech are the only models in the 3 that could be all-wheel drive.
You're
Was
correct.
it just Tech?
Ooh, you know what? No. Well, luckily enough, I have my my crib sheet.
I'm interested because I know. Do you know in them CX-30 that you can get all-wheel drive on a Sport Lux?
It is all-wheel drive only on GT Sport Tech.
So that is
Manual
the other
or
thing really
automatic.
to go through. Like if all-wheel drive is the first time we've had all-wheel drive in like a hatchback in this car.
Yeah.
So if you are interested in all-wheel drive functions, you are going to have to get the tech, which you know is no hardship having these extra things. But that is different for the CX-30. So we'll
Cool.
run through that when we do our CX-30 walkarounds, which we are hopefully going to start soon.
Brilliant.
So, thank you so much, Tom.
You're more than welcome,
Knowledge.
Kelly.
And if you'd like to see more videos like this, we have done a video for every car in the Mazda 3 range, so feel free to have a look at them. It's good to see them in order to get an idea. Please subscribe to the channel. The more subscribers they get, it just makes us really happy. And if you've got any comments or anything we've not done right, feel free to write them below, and we will happily get back to you. If you've got any idea for videos,
Please let us know.
we've got some exciting things that we've got planned for 2020, but
Don't give anything away, Carl.
I won't. Oh, you
No,
know
it's
me, I love a
hush-hush at the
spoiler.
moment.
But we will certainly try and do any videos that you're suggesting, because that really helps. All right.
All right, we'll see you guys in the next one. Leave a like and see you next time.
Bye bye.